Have you ever noticed something strange about your relationships? Different people, different faces, different stories, but somehow the same ending, the same emotional rhythm, the same conflicts, the same feeling of disappointment. You promise yourself it will be different next time, and yet it isn't. This video is about why that happens. Not from a motivational perspective, not from dating advice, not from surface-level explanations, but from the psychology of emotional patterns. Patterns you don't choose consciously, but repeat automatically. When people hear the word pattern, they often think of habits. But emotional patterns are not habits. They are internal maps. They form early in life, usually before we have language, before logic, before choice. An emotional pattern is the way your nervous system learned what love feels like, what closeness means, what danger sounds like, what distance signals. Your mind might want something new, but your nervous system wants something familiar, and familiar does not always mean healthy. This is where confusion begins. We assume attraction is about chemistry, or looks, or shared interests, but psychologically, attraction often means something else. It means this feels known, even if it hurts, even if it creates anxiety, even if it leads to abandonment, even if it leaves you feeling unseen. The nervous system prefers predictable pain over unfamiliar safety because predictable pain can be anticipated. Unfamiliar safety feels risky. This is why people say things like, "I don't know why, but I'm drawn to them. I can't explain it. It just feels intense." Intensity is not intimacy. Often it is pattern recognition. Attachment styles are not labels. They are survival strategies. They describe how you learn to stay connected when connection felt uncertain. If closeness was inconsistent, you may chase. If closeness felt overwhelming, you may withdraw. If love felt conditional, you may over-adapt. And here's the key point. Attachment styles don't attract opposites by accident. They lock into each other. Anxious meets avoidant. Overgiving meets emotionally unavailable. Caretaker meets detached. Not because it works, but because it completes a familiar loop. Many people understand this intellectually. They read about attachment theory. They recognize themselves. They say, "That makes sense." And then they repeat the same relationship again. This creates shame. "I know better. Why am I still doing this?" Because insight alone does not rewire the nervous system. Patterns live in the body, not just in thoughts. You can understand the pattern and still feel pulled by it. Awareness is not the end. It is the entry point. Change begins when familiarity stops being mistaken for truth. When you pause and ask, "Does this feel familiar? Or does this feel safe? Is this attraction or activation? Am I choosing or am I reacting?" These questions slow the pattern, not instantly, not perfectly, but enough to create space. And space is where choice begins. Here's something rarely talked about. Healthy connection often feels boring at first, calm, predictable, unremarkable. For a nervous system trained in chaos, this can feel wrong. No spark, no intensity, no emotional highs. But what's missing is not attraction. What's missing is dysregulation. Learning to tolerate calm is part of healing. Repeating patterns do not mean you are damaged. They mean you adapted. At some point, this pattern kept you emotionally safe. It helped you survive connection when connection was uncertain. The goal is not to fight the pattern. The goal is to understand it, without letting it drive. If you keep meeting the same people, in different bodies, it's not because you are unlucky. It's because something familiar is asking to be seen. Understanding patterns is not about blame. It's about awareness. And awareness is always the first step toward change.